Good morning, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world. You have tuned in to the Mac City Morning Show. I'm your host, Elliot Pierre, and we're going to start this show off the same way we start every show off, with some gratitude. I know you could be doing a million other things with your time, so the fact that you are spending it with us truly does mean the world to me. On that note, Tanner, hit him with the intro.
How's she cutting me, loves? You're listening to the Mac City Morning Show.
All right, we got a good one today because this was impromptu. We had a gentleman drop off some gear for us, and then we said, hey, do you want to be on the show? And he right away just said yes, so let's get into it. As per usual, I do not introduce my guests because they can do a better job at that than I. So on that note, sir, can you please introduce yourself to the people out there?
Sure. My name is Evan, and I am from Edmonton, and I'm here for a shoot. And I just popped by, and now I'm on your show.
There you go.
Yeah,
Evan from Edmonton, EE. I like it.
yeah,
So yeah, you're up here doing a shoot for Greenlight Creative. You're
yeah,
down at Heritage Park.
yeah.
So exactly what is that shoot all about that you're doing?
So we're doing a virtual tour of every little heritage building or structure in there for some elementary school stuff. It's really cool. I honestly had no idea that Fort Mac was so interesting.
Okay.
So before this, it was it's that oil town that that's 4 hours north. No, I had no idea that there was just a dirt road going to Fort Mac just until like 30 years ago, or that there was no electricity till the 1960s. It's crazy. I cannot believe it, but it's really cool. I'm glad that I came here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, when you go down to Heritage Park, even myself, born and raised here, same with Tanner, like you kind of forget how small it used to be. But I do remember back in the day that highway to Edmonton, that used to be treacherous. I don't remember it being a dirt road. My parents will tell the story about it being a dirt road,
Hmm.
but it for years was only like 2 lanes.
Well, people call it like the highway of death, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
I think it had like the highest death rate in all of Canada for a number of years because it was just treacherous.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the project that you're doing at Heritage Village, yeah, it's pretty neat. It's a pretty neat one, especially if you like. I've been there before, but this is your first time going to the village.
Yeah, it's like a mini Fort Edmonton Park.
That's right.
But I don't know. I've been to Fort Edmonton Park a bunch of times, but I've never taken the time to really indulge in like the history where I have here, and I don't know, it makes me want to go home and visit
Yeah,
Fort Edmonton Park.
no doubt.
Yeah,
So you're up here. You're a videographer.
yeah,
Let's talk about that. So
sure.
first and foremost, you make some funny videos that I've seen. What's the channel that you have on YouTube? And tell the people at home a little bit about kind of your creations because they're funny.
Oh,
You're a really good creator.
oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have a YouTube channel that's called Evan Tries, and so it started out. Um, I was watching some. You have all these DIY videos. People they show you how to make, I don't know, like a birthday cake or something like that, or make your own coffee table or whatever. And then it's always flawless in those videos. They make it look so easy. So I wanted to do it. It was like a almost like a parody of like DIY culture and how uh it seems like it's so easy to do that stuff, and it's not. And I'm just not. I'm not that good at doing that stuff. And then it just evolved into, I don't know, something weirder. But um, yeah, I really needed something to kind of flex my creativity because I wasn't getting enough of that at work. So then I just kind of now I just kind of shoot stuff and dabble in editing and stuff. So
That's hilarious. It's so
yeah.
good. So
Oh, thanks.
you were doing like videography work for a car company, correct?
Yeah. I don't know if I just should say the name or not, but
It's up to you, man.
oh yeah. So I
Yeah.
worked for Go Auto. I think they now own like 45 dealerships across Canada. When I started in 2011, I think it was like 15. Actually, so last month was my officially like 10th year of doing videography full time, like professionally. So
Congratulations.
I think that's cool. I've come a long way. Every year, I think I was always kind of full of myself. I mean, I'm not full of myself at all, but you get when you get comfortable doing something and you're confident in yourself and you say, I think I've plateaued. I'm not gonna get any more skill or any better than I am now. And then I look back at the stuff from 2 years ago and I was like, I was terrible. And so it's constant growth.
Yeah,
So
it's crazy.
yeah.
So you've made some really cool videos, and some have gone viral for some of the car dealerships that you've worked for.
Yeah, we made a cars. It was like the best cars for tall people, and I don't know, for some reason I guess there's a lot of tall people out
Yeah.
there,
Well,
and
Tanner
so
is
Yes,
6'4".
yes, there is. I
Yeah.
appreciate you.
what kind of car do you drive?
I do not, but I just appreciate when the world is pegged to tall people.
Oh well, here's so the cars for tall people. I think it has almost 6 million views now, which is I think that's decent.
Yeah.
Interesting fact about cars: if you're really tall, buy a European car. For some reason, they have way more headroom than Japanese or American cars. So
Huh.
yeah, they're really unreliable, but yeah, you'll fit in it at least.
That's hilarious. It makes sense. Like the Japanese cars would kind of fit the demographic a little
Yeah.
bit smaller. You would assume American cars though would fit like a
Fat
bigger.
people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
I guess I mean, maybe they fit more wide people, but
Right.
I don't know. It's a lot of cars they just don't have like a lot of cars. They have a sloping headline, or sloping roof line. So if you sit in the back seat, your neck is craned, and I don't know. They just American cars and Japanese cars, they're just not made for tall people. I have a friend who was in our Cars for Tall People video. He's 6'5",
Yeah.
and most cars his head touches the roof,
Yeah.
and in European he can fit in a Porsche 911 totally fine,
Right.
which surprises you because it's a small car, but
That's right.
yeah, it's pretty interesting. Also, you'd think that the sunroof, if you're tall, get a sunroof, but they actually have to lower the roof, the interior of the roof by like 2 inches to fit the mechanism. So sunroofs actually give you less room. I don't know why this turned into like a conversation about.
Listen, I love it. That's what this show turns into, just
Yeah.
randomness.
Yeah.
Okay, Tanner, I know Tanner's been listening like, yes, this whole time you're really into this conversation.
Oh, yeah. Love a tall person conversation.
So long story short, you need to be saving your pennies for a Porsche if you ever decide to buy a car.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe BMW.
Maybe. So how did you get in to videography? Like, did you go to school for it? Did you just kind of find yourself in like falling into the career, or how did that all happen?
So I was so when I was in high school, I was I've always been kind of creative. I really like animation and that kind of stuff. And so I was dabbling in animation when I was in grade 12 when I moved to St. Albert, which is just north of Edmonton. And I had a really good comm tech teacher. And then she saw that I really enjoyed, doing that kind of stuff. I was terrible in school. I had like I barely passed, each class or each grade. But in comm tech, it was like my
As you go to
Wait.
jam, yeah.
yeah. And so I did a bunch of animation and stuff then, and then I really wanted to become an animator. And there's no jobs in animation. I mean, there are, but it's super competitive. And so I ended up looking for. I went to Nate I took video production, but there really weren't any just video production courses. So I took a digital and interactive media, which is like web development, graphic design, that kind of stuff.
Right.
And my parents were like, you should definitely just be a graphic designer because you'll find a job that way. But it's just not as fun. So
Yeah.
So then I took there's a video production class in with this course. So I took that, and I had a bad teacher. I didn't learn anything, but I was kind of self-taught prior to that. So
Right.
yeah, so I mean it was I don't know, it was fun. I met a lot of awesome people.
That's
and
right.
for that it's worth it.
It's worth
But
it, right.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you're doing something creative, I think the only way to learn is to teach yourself,
That's right.
because everyone has their own way of learning, and you can't really teach how to be creative. That sounds so like pompous, but no, it's true though.
man. I'm not disagreeing with you for a second. Everybody has their own style too, right? Like, I know like the videos I make are very different from other creators. Like in
Yeah.
regards to, I like the sharp cuts. I like my camera to be off angle a little bit. I'm not into doing any form of like touch up or like messing around with like the color.
Yeah.
And that's like my style. So when you see a video that's mine, you're just like, oh, I know who did that.
And it's real.
It's real, right? But like, if I was to see my type of video in a theater, I'd be like, this is garbage. But for the platform I'm putting it and the condensed amount of time,
Yeah.
like you have your own thing. But like I'm 100% sorry, self-taught.
Yeah.
And you just, I don't know, you make it work. And I don't know, I truly believe that schooling, depending on what you're going to school for, sometimes is necessary. I'm not saying don't go to school.
I agree.
However, there are certain things where, like you said, you just got to kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
But the one thing I will say school has done for me more than anything else, and not in this world because I didn't go to school for this, it does give you good connections, and like you meet like people who become your colleagues, and then they do different things, and you can collaborate with them like as your career.
Yeah, connections are really important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
How long have you been just making stuff for?
not for very long,
Yeah.
only for maybe 4 or 5 years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it hasn't been long. I actually went to school for human resources at Grant McEwen, and that's what I did for 11 years here in Fort McMurray. And I was the head of recruiting. I became HR manager for like a really big oil and gas company here in town called Acuren, non-destructive testing.
Okay.
So I was their HR manager for like 7 years, and then kind of just by luck, because I call it luck because I love what I do.
Yeah.
I found myself doing media work, and then the next thing you know, I own a media company called Greenlight Creative, and we get to like partner with cool people like yourself and do some work here and there. So the company's been in business for about 4 years now, and it's been a great 4 years of I don't know, trying out new stuff. So initially, I was making like these 1-minute videos and putting them on Facebook. And everybody thinks I was doing it to like get famous.
Yeah.
But the reason I did it was I was working for a company and I was making videos for them. And then people started to notice the videos, but I was seriously making them with my phone.
Yeah.
And then other people started to call and be like, hey, can you make me a video? I'm like, yeah, sure. And so people started paying me. And I'm like, I better get good at this quick because people keep paying me, which is a good problem to have. However, not enough people were paying me that I could make videos regularly. So like I'm a big dream board type of guy. And so I put on my dream board that I'm going to make a video like a job. So 5 days a week for 1 year, I'm just going to make a video.
That's so cool.
And so then that's what I did. Michael Jordan said, you want to get good at something, you got to do it 1,000 times over and over again. So for 1 year, I made a video 5 days a week, every Monday, Friday, like a job, made a video. And then after 1 year, I was like, well, I can keep doing this. So I did it for about 2.5 years. And that is how those videos are how my company gets all of our clients.
Yeah.
People see the videos and they approach me and they're just like, I don't know what you do, but I see you on the internet all the time. And I have a company and I would like to get exposure.
Right.
And then I say, actually, I own a marketing company and I can definitely help you. So the 1-minute videos just turned into like our calling card on how people would approach us for business.
So do you still do 1-minute videos?
No, I stopped because of COVID because like creatively, I'm just like, what am I going to do? And I work out a lot, but I didn't want to make workout videos.
Yeah.
So actually, that's kind of how this podcast started in regards to I needed a creative outlet.
Yeah.
And so the podcast allows me to make a video a day, just like how it was before.
Yeah.
And I have somebody awesome, Tanner, doing the editing of that content. So this is just me shifting. But from time to time, like I will still make a video here and there because I like to.
Yeah.
But I just need a creative outlet.
Yeah.
And this show has given me that a creative outlet.
That's really cool.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on that note, though, we have come to the show. We have a segment called the Mac City Minute.
Okay.
Tanner is going to hit you with 5 questions. I have no idea what they are.
Right.
Best of luck to you, Tanner. Hit him with the Mac City Minute.
Question number 1. What is your favorite thing you've ever filmed?
Oh, that's a really good question. I have to think. I have to think about it. I've made like, I bet, I don't know, 5,000 videos. Favorite thing I've ever filmed. I love shooting cars so much. I love shooting cars, and just getting to drive like a Porsche or like a I don't know, like a Jaguar, like F-Type or something like that. Just shooting that stuff. But that's so much fun.
Okay.
I think that's amazing.
So very expensive cars.
Yeah.
Question number 2.
Yeah.
If you could film one event, what would that event be?
I feel like I'm supposed to answer these really quickly, but I'm
No,
not.
you can take your time.
If I could film one event, what would that event be?
Yes.
I don't know. If I could film one event, I think that event would be. I don't know. I don't like filming events. That's the thing, though, is I I really actually hate shooting events. I hate it.
Events or anything, though, like a family dinner is an event, or you can go to a car show as an event. Like,
Yeah, I've already done those things. So, I don't know. I guess I don't mind shooting music videos if that's an event. I think those are fun.
Okay.
I don't know. I honestly like just shooting stuff by myself. I don't like if I could just shoot something by myself, I would do that like 100% of the time. I don't know. Yeah, I like working by myself. So
There you go.
yeah.
A loner.
question number 3. What is the most shocking part of Fort McMurray for you?
The bowling. Oh, I shouldn't. No, I
No.
don't want to. Okay. So I was here for work last year.
Right.
It was pre-COVID. I guess maybe late 2019, and I really like bowling, so I really wanted to go bowling. And so then I was like, oh, there's a bowling alley here. I'm gonna go there. And I went there, and so I had walked from my hotel, and I was like, can I reserve a lane? And they said, sure. You can reserve it by the hour. And I said, okay, cool. And I thought it'd be like probably $10 an hour. It's $85 an hour. And then I already walked there, so I was like, well, I mean, I guess I'll just. So I went bowling for an hour, and then I was the only person because no one who's sane would spend $85 an hour to go bowling
Right.
by themselves.
That's right.
So it's like there's all these big parties. There's like one lane with like 6 people drinking, having fun. Then I'm just completely by myself, just bowling.
That's
And
hilarious.
it was so weird and very uncomfortable. But yeah, I guess that's. I was surprised that it's $85.
Okay.
Yeah.
Question number 4. What has been the weirdest shoot you've ever done?
So I've done some really weird weddings. My first wedding I ever shot, it was in the middle of nowhere outside of Edmonton, and the ceremony was fine, but then the reception got really weird because there were people, um, they were staying in their motorhomes outside this this venue in like the middle of the country, and they were doing cocaine on the like just outside their motorhomes, which maybe is normal. I don't know if that's weird
Yeah.
or not. And then so I was shooting like the dance, first dance and stuff, and then this person, or the bride's mom came up to me and accused me of filming the bride lifting up her dress or something, because apparently she was lifting up her. I don't know.
Yeah.
And she was, and it. You know what? No. So okay, I'm gonna scratch that. I have a better one.
What? Better than that?
No, that was stupid. Okay, so this guy in Edmonton bought a Porsche 918 Spyder, which is like a $2 million car, really expensive car.
Yeah.
I was hired to go photograph the delivery of the car, and of course, if you can afford a $2 million car, then you obviously you can afford other cars and stuff. So he had like 10 Porsches in his garage. His son had like a new Porsche, like crazy amounts of money.
Okay.
So it's also catered because of course it is, right?
Right. It just makes sense when you spend that kind of flow.
Yeah. And so they're giving out like these like big glass Voss water bottles, and so I really like free merch or just free stuff. So then I took one and put it in my camera bag, and so there's all these like executives from Porsche. There's so many important people there.
Yeah.
And then I hear the car coming, and so I thought, oh, I need to I'll turn around, snap a photo of the car coming up. The guy's driving for the first time. I swung around. I forgot to close my bag. The glass bottle fell out, shattered on their cobblestone driveway, and so the tires on the Porsche 918, I guarantee they're worth at least 5 or 10 grand a piece. So as soon as the glass smashed, the Porsche was just getting to the driveway. So then everyone in the family started screaming and waving the car off, telling it to stop. Like, stop,
Right.
stop. So the car stopped, and then everyone, like the family, the Porsche executives, they all had to get down on their hands and knees and were picking up little tiny pieces of glass off the driveway for like 10 minutes. And it was so uncomfortable because I did that. And so I basically ruined some guy's like $2 million car delivery because,
There
because
you go.
it's me.
Tanner, hit him with another question.
And your final question, what is one restaurant in Fort McMurray you like to eat at?
So I actually asked the person I was shooting with today where I could go to get food because I think I went to a restaurant with Joe's here once,
Right.
and then I ate at Freshie today. So I really don't eat anywhere. So that's a good question. Where would you recommend that I should eat at?
I don't know. You had Original Joe's, so that is the best place in town.
That's Tanner's go-to jam to go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good place.
Yeah.
Original Joe's is good. I'm not going to bash it. I like it there.
I would try one of our local pizza places.
Oh, hands down. Do you like pizza?
Yeah. Everyone likes pizza.
Joma's is
Joma's
good.
Pizza.
Okay.
Yeah.
Done.
Someone said it's like table 45 or something like that. A thing.
Table 45. I don't know.
Joma's.
Jomas. Okay.
Yeah, I don't
Joma's.
know. If we don't know it, sorry if there's a table 45. I'm sorry. I've
Maybe
never...
it's like table 42 or something.
Yeah,
She
maybe.
didn't know what it was a 40 something. So. I don't know.
Oh. We went to North 57 North today.
Oh, maybe that's
Maybe.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, I've never heard. But yeah, Joma's Pizza, definitely a banger.
Oh yeah.
You drove here. So there's some other restaurants here for sure.
Yeah.
Like you got EVP, Eastside Village. It's a bar.
Okay.
But they have amazing food. If you go there, yeah, the wings, the mac and cheese, they've got some good choices. I should know this, but I don't. Which hotel do we have you staying in?
It is the. It's like like the new
Thanks,
Marriott.
Pam.
Yeah.
Like I forget. It's just on the south side of Fort Mac when you get into the city.
Okay, so you're downtown then.
Is that downtown?
I think so. You're like close to the village that you filmed at, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's downtown.
Oh, okay.
So like you're at the end of the downtown core.
Right.
I'd say Original Joe's. Yeah, Original Joe's.
Cool.
Yeah. And on that, we've went over our 20-minute mark, and that's the show, my man.
All right.
So thank you very much for showing up. Do appreciate it.
Yeah, that
it
was cool.
super random. Thank you. I thought it was cool as well. Other than that, before you leave, one more time, tell people who you are, what you're about, and then we'll be good to go.
All right. I am Evan. I am a videographer and just all around weird person. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just about I don't know. I'm just doing stuff, I guess.
There you go. Okay. Well, this has been a pleasure. Everybody at home, once again, thank you for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. I know you could be doing a million other things with your time. So the fact that you're spending with us does mean the world to me. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
I said this. That's another Mac City Morning Show done.
It's so ballistic!
Talk about quenching your ugly thirst.